Well, hello there, my friends. It has been a hot minute to say the least since I have been here on camera to talk to you all. And I know things on this channel have been very scattered, so I wanted to take a couple seconds to explain myself, what happened, and then I want to dive a little bit into what I've done wrong for my YouTube channel as a whole, for those that are interested in that, the main reason for this video. And then what my plans are moving forward so that you can follow along on that journey if you are interested in growing your own YouTube channel organically. So a lot has happened. A lot has happened in the last, honestly, 6 months or so. So the biggest change I'd say is that I have become a Grammy. So I'm very excited about that. And that has come with so much excitement and just every emotion you could possibly think of, all good, of course. My oldest child moved out, bought her own home, so that was a huge change. I have one child still homeschooling, one child at a Waldorf charter school that's just perfect for him, and the husband is back on a 2-on-2 off basis on the North Slope here in Alaska, working on the Alaska pipeline. So we've been through an entire summer. We had a wonderful, wonderful, fulfilling, beautiful summer. Here's a few pictures to enjoy our typical Alaskan summer together. We had a blast. What else? Oh, we got a new puppy, or actually he's a dog, but puppy to us. He's around a year old. His name is Timber. He's an absolute joy and so much fun. Ultimately, personally, that's all the updates that are relevant, I'd say, in this first portion of the video. So where have I been and what's going on with the YouTube channel? Well, to be totally honest, I got into the analytics. I got into thinking only about money. I got monetized fairly quickly after a little less than 5 months. And once I hit that goal, it was like I didn't know what else to strive for. Because once you hit monetization, subscriber count really doesn't matter anymore. What matters is your views. And unfortunately, I kind of forgot what my entire channel was here for and the reason why I made it to begin with, which wasn't for money. I originally started this channel because I was trying to help friends be able to learn how to generate an income from home. And basically what happened was I was trying to explain how to create an Etsy store, how to sell digital products, how to use Canva, how to use Kittl, how to sell on print-on-demand websites, all these different things. And I wasn't able to explain it without showing them. So what I decided to do was create videos. Well, I wasn't really sure how to create videos. And I decided, you know what, YouTube, that seems easy. I'll just create videos on YouTube and then I will share those videos with the people that I'm trying to mentor or teach. And randomly out of that grew this channel. And it was originally LFDC University, which aligned and made total sense with who I was and who I am. LFDC was for Last Frontier Design Co., which is my actual legitimate small business name, and university because I am mentoring and teaching people. So it made sense. Over time, it seemed like I had so many people not really understanding what LFDC University was all about, both my YouTube subscribers and viewers like you, and also businesses who were starting to contact me, which I was very ill prepared for. And over time, I realized I wanted to adjust the name to portray a channel and what I wanted this channel to actually be about, and that was selling digital. I want people to see the name and know exactly what I'm trying to teach you. But where I ultimately went wrong was getting sucked into the analytics. And I think that's really easy to do when you are constantly seeing all these videos for like vidIQ or Think Media or basically any of these other channels who really go into getting you your viewership and understanding your analytics, how to be a YouTuber, all of these things. And these are wonderful companies and channels and people. I'm not trying to say those don't hold value, because they do. I've used almost everything at this point. But what can happen is the term analysis paralysis. And I don't know if it's because of my clinical ADHD and anxiety that I tend to get stuck in the overthinking pattern, but I do. And that's exactly what I did. I'm a very red personality, if you're familiar with that, somebody who's very money driven, not necessarily, I'm very money and goal driven. So if you tell me you will get $1,000 if you make this many videos on this date, I don't care what I have to do or what I have to deprive myself of. I will make sure that I do that so that I get that money. That's who I am. So basically, analysis paralysis took over. I started only thinking of how I could make more money and not how to make the best content for my audience and my subscribers. I originally found a gap in the market. And as far as that, I mean, out of all the YouTubers online that do, various different videos on passive income, making money online, digital products, all the things, one thing that almost nobody does is full walkthrough tutorials. And that really aligned with what I was doing in the beginning because, like I mentioned, I was trying to teach people how to do things. And oftentimes I had a lot of subscribers who, a lot of people would think, oh, they're not tech savvy, so they're older. But in all fairness, there's a lot of people who just are not tech savvy in my age group, which is 39 or even younger, because they haven't made tech a big part of their world, which might sound shocking to some of you, but there's a lot of people out there who really need these full walkthrough tutorials, and they genuinely appreciate it. I mean, take 5 minutes to go and look at my comment section and you will see. And I love that. I love being able to have somebody who has a problem and I can come in and I can use what I know to genuinely help you reach your own goal. And a lot of times it's these like little tiny, I want to say tiny and insignificant, but they're really not. So don't take that like negatively. But something that's maybe easy for me isn't easy for somebody else. And so in the beginning, I was making sure that I was making videos like how to upload your Etsy listings when there's a cap on how large of a file type that can go on Etsy. And I made that video and everybody loved that video. They appreciated that video. One of my most popular videos on the channel. Another video that was really popular was my KDP video. And the reason why it was popular was because people wanted to be able to simplify the idea of making a book, a cover, etc. on KDP for KDP. And with a platform that they potentially already have or that is for free. And so I did it using Canva, and that was really popular. So I'm going to be making videos like I did in the beginning. They might be a little longer. Sometimes I might make a shorter version. But ultimately, the people who were commenting saying this video is too long, just get to the point, honestly, my videos aren't going to be for you, aren't going to be for that person who just wants the answer really quick, because my channel was created to fill that gap for the people who need those full walkthrough tutorials. And I don't want to not address those people. The whole reason this channel exists and is becoming something that's actually a financial blessing by making videos that are short and sweet and to the point. I want to make sure that I'm honoring those people, my beginning subscribers, the people who were here and who found my channel based on a full walkthrough tutorial that they found helpful. So I want to make sure I'm honoring you guys and creating content for you. So we're going to be going back to basics and being more authentic to why I started this YouTube channel and why I want to be here for you guys. And it genuinely just has nothing to do with the money. I think ultimately when you focus on your why, your reason for being here, the financial aspect will follow later. And so that is the first thing that I am going to be fixing and doing in my channel that I definitely encourage. If you are having a struggle in your channel, think back, like maybe in the beginning you felt like people were really commenting and getting a lot of feedback from you, or you were getting a lot of feedback from them. Go back and see why. Why was that video popular? Why were people really engaged with that content specifically? Why aren't they engaged with your current content? So definitely reflect back. That's what I've had to do. maybe get out of your analytics for a while. I'm going to be getting out of my analytics. I'm not even going to look at my click-through rate. I'm not going to look at anything because ultimately none of that matters for me right now. What matters is getting back on track and starting to make content that my audience, my original audience, came here for. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. Well, next is a little vulnerable. I'm going to be honest, but I feel like when you're vulnerable, that's when you reach the people who kind of need to hear it the most. Something that I just had to come to terms with was I was feeling like I would be known for something. I know that sounds very dumb, but I tend to think a truth about myself that is not accurate. I tend to think that I want to be in the shadows. I want to be the person that's helping, that's helpful, but that nobody really knows exists. And the only thing I can think of is probably some weird childhood trauma type junk, but let's not dive into that today. The only thing I can really think of is that I do actually, it's not that I want to be known for something because I don't think I do, but if I'm going to be known for something, I want to be known for helping people. And if people find me on here and my channel explodes, I have always had this problem, what I have deemed a fear of success, but perhaps it's not really that. Maybe it's a fear of failure. I don't know. Probably need to do some deep dives on that and really get into it. But I've always been good at things that I do, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm a perfectionist. I did terrible in middle school, but by the end of high school, I was getting straight A's. In college, I got a, 4.0 for most of it, and then my transcripts read 3.9. Don't get me started on that shit. Anyway, if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. There is nothing that will get in my way. I am going to reach that goal. That is something that all my friends and family know of me. That is something that is just deep within myself. When the YouTube channel got monetized and then it started getting a lot of traction, I started getting a lot of companies in my inbox, and they started to be little tiny companies, and then they were bigger and bigger companies, and some of them I'm working with still. I've even gotten job opportunities, contract job opportunities and stuff like that, and I love that. But there comes a time when for some reason I self-sabotage myself and I try to tell myself a non-truth, something that I tell myself is the truth, but is not. And I have always done this, and it's when I'm almost at the peak of, it's like right when you know if you just a little bit farther and you're going to make it, you're going to like be something, right? It's right when I'm almost to that point, and then I will self-sabotage myself and like make myself small again. And I tell myself I do this because I don't want to be known for X, Y, or Z. So to give you an example, I was contacted by Walmart. Seriously, I want to crawl under a rock right now by telling you this, but it was to create a mural for our local Walmart here in town. At first I was like, no way, I'm not a painter. I don't really like do murals and stuff like that paint-wise. I can do like an abstract thing, but not like a full mural painting. But when they contacted me, it was because I am a graphic designer and a digital artist. Now that alone is hard for me to just express to any like person. I usually just say, I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I do graphic design. I don't normally say I'm a content creator, I'm a graphic designer, I'm this or that, because I'm so worried someone's going to look me up and then say, really, are you? Or are you just playing? Like, okay, I'm always worried that someone's going to do that. So I went through the process with this interview with Walmart and with the company that was hiring me. And we got almost to the end where I basically just needed to create a sample of the artwork that I wanted. And I was going to use Procreate. It was going to be beautiful. I had this whole plan. And then I was nervous because what they told me was they would be doing a plaque on the mural that had my name. They were going to be doing a local interview, probably with a local paper, to just, announce the artist that made this, thing. And at that point I was like, nope. And my whole family was like, are you crazy? You need to do this. This is such an opportunity. This is amazing. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to be known for that. Like, the thought of going and walking around Walmart and somebody being like, oh my God, you're the one who did the mural for blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to do that. And I don't know if that was a social anxiety thing or what it was, but I just didn't want it. And ever since then, I have kind of wanted to step back from my visual life, or whatever on YouTube. So if you hadn't noticed, my recent videos don't have my face in them. And I was like, I'm just going to go faceless, right? Like, I can still get the information out there. It'll be my voice, but I'll just go faceless. People won't know it's me. I won't put my name on anything or anything like that. And then I'm free. I'm good. No one will know that it's me. And I think ultimately, yes, my views went down. Finances went down, all of that. But ultimately what went down was my drive, which I didn't expect. I thought I'd be able to get out like so many more videos because I wouldn't have to like edit this portion, like where I'm talking, my talking head portions, or when like I need to like move my screen down to the corner and all. I thought my editing will go faster. And while it does go faster, I like make no videos. If you haven't noticed, I make none because they're boring. Like, I want to talk to you like you and I are just like hanging out and we're having coffee or we're just like chatting. And I can't do that when I'm a faceless channel. So it takes away this authenticity. So with that said, the next thing, or the thing that I'm going to also be switching up, is the authenticity of this channel. I want to go back to the way it was. My husband was kind of giving me a once over in the talking to, and he's like, look, I'm going to be real with you. Okay. He's like, you're not being you. He's like, I used to watch your videos when I was at work. Remember, he works on the North Slope. And he goes, and it would just make me so happy to see your face. And it was like you were talking to me. And he's like, now I know you're my wife, so of course I love seeing you and I love hearing your voice. He's like, but if you read your comments, everyone enjoys that back and forth, that the authentic portion of your video where it's not just you putting up a video for somebody to watch. It's like you're in the room with them. And I think that's something that people really valued about your channel that you didn't realize that they valued. And also, I think that you value that about your channel as well. And he's right. I really, really do. As weird as it seems, like, I know right now I'm staring at a camera, a camera lens in my new office, which, by the way, we should do a tutorial, or we should do like a little look around on one of these videos because it's so cute. But it doesn't feel like that to me. Like, I don't feel like I'm staring at a lens. It's almost like I have Shelly or Amanda or Nancy or Rebecca or Jessica or whoever. It's like you're sitting right there. We're just talking like if two people went to the coffee shop, or if you came into my office and pulled up a chair and we just worked back and forth. Like, I love that and I live for that. I don't know why, but I do. And if that is something that I enjoy and that you enjoy and we can kind of work together, I want that, you know? So if inevitably I get known for something and later on people are like, Ashley, will you come on my channel to do this or that? I will probably want to throw up in my mouth a little bit, but I'm just going to take that as it comes and not worry about what things may happen in the future. I'm going to focus on right now. And right now, I want to be an authentic YouTuber. I want to be an authentic person, a mentor, a peer, really. I mean, sure, I want to teach and I want to mentor you guys in any which way, but I also want to learn from you guys. Sometimes you guys tell me something in the comments and I'm like, what? And I go try to do it and you just taught me something. I guess that's really what I want. So more authentic. So to sum up, I guess this probably way too long video that who knows if anybody even watched, but I felt was really important for me to make, and that's part of authenticity, right? I'm going to get out of my analytics for a good while. I'm not going to look at click-through rate. I'm not going to look at how long you guys watched the video. I'm not going to look at anything. And the only analytic I'm going to look at is my comment section. So if you have some feedback on a video, leave it. If you have a question or a comment or anything, please leave the comments. I'm going to get back in there. I used to, respond to you guys within a day or two. And now it's like a week, maybe 2, maybe even 3 weeks that I finally get in there. And honestly, I think it's because I'm a bit ashamed. I feel like I left you guys, and it's because I did. So I'm sorry about that. At least my audience is still small. It can handle a name change. It can handle a few different changes in thumbnails and me going through a little bit of a midlife YouTube crisis. But we're back. We're back, baby. I hope you guys are going to stick around more often. I have a lot of videos planned. We have 9 videos going up in just November. Other things I'm sure will be changing as far as my business goes, but as far as this YouTube channel, the reason you've clicked on this video to get back into a good YouTube flow, growing my YouTube channel authentically and organically. Stay off my analytics. Stay off your analytics if you think that you are getting into analysis paralysis like myself, and go back to being authentically you. What do you want to put out there? Don't look at the trends. Don't look at what other YouTubers are doing. What do you feel like you want to put out there? And if you need inspiration for a YouTube video, check your comment section. Inevitably, if you're putting out authentic content for your audience, you're going to have comments. Those comments are what will drive your next YouTube video. I'm going to focus on you instead of focusing on me. I'm going to focus on you instead of focusing on the YouTube gods, the YouTube algorithm, the YouTube analytics. That's what I'm going to do. Analysis paralysis is gone, and I'm back to being authentically me. So we'll see you guys in the next video.